And welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions presents
J&M Solve the World
Alcohol Review.
I am James.
And I am Matt. And tonight we have something very, very special. Something that, in theory, isn't sold in the state of Missouri.
So what is it you have for us tonight, Matt?
Tonight, so we have had the cinnamon version of this, but tonight we have the Peligroso Silver Tequila. Now, the bottle may look familiar, and I will put up a picture right about now. This is the same tequila that was drank in John Wick.
You said it wasn't the silver, though.
Right. It's the Respirado.
Okay.
Respirado.
Respirado.
Yeah, whatever.
However you pronounce it.
But everything is off the bottle.
Right.
And what you see on the John Wick, when he goes into Aurelio's shop, you see the snake on the bottle, and it's the shape of the bottle.
Right.
That's where it's like, oh, yeah. Now, neither one of us have had this. And just to prove, I'm going to get the stuff off here. Ooh, there we go. And try not to hit James in the face. Oh, no. That was...
No pop? Damn it. That's tequila.
That's tequila.
That's tequila.
So, here we go. We're going to go about there. About there. I think we're about good. Okay. Now, of course, the Peligroso Tequila... once I found out about this, what the bottle was, it's obviously from John Wick. You had the cinnamon before, hadn't you?
Yeah. At
a function?
At one of our functions.
Okay.
At that time, they were buying it like by the case, so we could do our tequila toast at the first of the meeting.
Right, and I believe if you're doing it by the case, yeah, sure. Because you can find a distributor that can get it by the case.
I think, I'll go ahead and mention the name. I think they were ordering it from Macadoodles in Springfield by the case at that time.
Well, Maze, where I found the cinnamon, he had ordered in a whole case for a customer, and they had only bought a couple of bottles, and then they had 4 left, and I snacked them all up.
Right.
So, without further ado... we're going to give the Peligroso Silver Tequila its first taste here on J&M Solve the World Alcohol Review. Salud.
Salud.
You know, it doesn't have... I mean, yes, it is a silver tequila, but it doesn't have that
Right.
taste to it.
Now, I was kind of worried.
Yes, because of the smell.
Because of the smell. And then once we took it, and I did like you did. I heard you. I mean, I
swishing it.
I swished it and everything, but there wasn't that terrible burn or aftertaste that you get from a lot of
silvers. And then the well, like I've said in the past with other tequilas, every mezcal is a tequila, but not every tequila is a mezcal.
Right.
Much like every bourbon is a whiskey, but not every whiskey is a bourbon.
True.
You know, I mean, it is an 80 proof tequila.
Yeah, I mean it's got some burn, but it's pretty
Yeah.
smooth.
It is.
You
It
know,
is.
It's not a liqueur
No.
like our favorite tequila shot we do.
Yes.
Which what's the proof on it? It's only like
70.
70. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got that sweet. Well, this don't have the
Yes.
sweet. This is just your agave.
Mm-hmm. And it's the difference between the silver and the Respirado and the Año is between the silver and the Respirado, it's like it's an aging process, but I can't remember what the actual aging process is, but
Probably something about the barrels that gives you a little bit of color to it.
yeah,
Respirado.
well, the Respirado is aged longer than the silver, but then the Año is aged in bourbon barrels.
This would be more like a White Lightning compared to a. You take White Lightning and you put it in a bourbon cask.
Yes, and it's gonna, in theory, when you put White Lightning in a bourbon cask.
Or just a wood barrel
right.
to ferment. It takes on the char of the barrel.
Right, and the longer it's in there, the lower the proof, because the wood does absorb up some of the alcohol.
It'd be interesting to see what this tastes like over ice.
Funny you should say that, because ask and you shall receive. We have glasses of ice.
So I'm thinking it would make a good margarita.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Don't get carried away there now.
All right. And regardless of the fact, that's just a badass fucking bottle.
Right.
And
it's not exorbitantly expensive either, is it?
No. This was well, see, and here's the thing. The liquor store I got this at, it wasn't even in their system. So they had to guess. And what they charged me is about what the website says it is.
Right.
I mean, the silver is about $40.
Okay.
Which makes sense. Because the Respirado is whatever.
However you pronounce it.
Yeah. I see it, I hear it pronounced properly, and I can pronounce it properly, but then when I try to think about it again,
right.
I don't want to be the typical white guy that sees a Spanish name and tries to roll the R's. But, and then of course the Año, and this goes with any tequila. The Año tequilas are always more expensive because of the process of aging it longer and then it goes into a bourbon barrel. But it also pulls a lot of that flavor out. Now, there is one tequila on the market I have seen that has an extra Año. Yeah, so it's aged twice as long in bourbon barrels.
Okay.
So you still have a lot of that agave flavor and agave taste, and then you've got that strong bourbon taste, which, in order for something to be called a tequila, it has to be made in Mexico.
Right.
100% has to be made in Mexico. If you see something that is called an Azul, Azual, I believe it is. I'm probably fucking wrong. Who knows?
I think that's right.
I graduated from Buffalo, Missouri.
Yeah,
But it goes through the same process as a tequila, but it's made in the United States. Okay. So it cannot be called a tequila.
Right.
Just like a bourbon has to be made in the United States. And what separates a bourbon and a whiskey is some people try to say that it's where it's distilled, and that's not right. it's the corn to rye mixture.
The mash.
Yes.
Right.
Because you can have a rye whiskey, but you cannot have a rye bourbon.
Okay.
And then a whiskey is a whiskey. A whiskey can be made anywhere in the world. You know, a Scotch has to be made in Scotland.
Right.
Honestly, there's only like, I believe, one or two true Irish whiskeys. Everything else is like a blended.
Yeah.
A blended Irish.
Yeah. Then your Canadian blended.
Yep.
I don't know of a Canadian straight whiskey. Do you?
The closest you can get that I have found to a straight Canadian whiskey is the Crown Royal XO.
Okay.
Because it's not a flavored one like the apple or the blueberry or the peach or anything else.
Expensive.
Yeah. Well, it's not as expensive as the there's a Crown Royal apple. I believe it's the Regal. Maybe.
Yeah. I may know of somebody who has one of those.
That's a $250 bottle.
Yeah, he didn't pay for it. His son-in-law bought it for him.
Yeah.
What do you see? That bunch of guys just
yeah.
This is a special occasion.
It's like, because I seen it in a case when I was in Tennessee, and it was the Sinatra bottle of Jack Daniels, which I don't like that brand, but I want that fucking bottle in the display. Oh, yeah. Fuck, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker Blue.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a huge fan of Johnny Walker, but I would love to try the blue because
I've tried the blue.
Yeah.
Our cohort in Crime, Andrew, bought a sampler. It was like half pint bottles.
Okay.
It was like $70, but it had the red. What is it? The red, the gold,
the black,
and the blue.
Okay, so it didn't have the green.
Or maybe it had the green.
Yeah, I think
it was a red, the green, the black, and the blue.
Red, black, green, blue.
Yeah.
Because the green is a little hard.
But it had the blue, and he goes, which one do you start with? I was like, the fucking blue.
Yeah.
You know.
Start at the top and work our way down.
Yeah. Because, we're going to ruin our palate. You know?
Yeah.
But it was okay. And we're going off on a totally different review here, but Johnny Walker to me is a little more bitey.
It is.
A Glenlivet, a Glenfiddich.
Yeah.
A Dewar's 12, 15-year-old.
18.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more in my wheelhouse as far as good scotches,
Right. But.
And there's way more expensive ones out there than what I just mentioned. But
that's the thing is Johnny Walker's Irish. Or no, it's a blended scotch. That's right.
Blended scotch.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't hate me. But you don't know what the blend is.
Right.
But you know what? We have let this set, and I know a lot of my ice has melted.
Yeah.
So let's give it a second taste where it's nice and chilled, and we'll see what we've got. Salud. It does taste better chilled.
Oh yeah.
To me, if it were the big square block ice cubes, or the cylindrical ones, the ball ones,
right?
I could see this becoming a sipping tequila.
Definitely. I'm actually getting that pepper
in
the back.
Yeah, and my gums, because I did swish it around a little bit, my gums aren't as, I don't want to say on fire, but they don't feel the same.
Not like, the first one was kind of like a little bit of Listerine. Not
The original.
Not as harsh as the original Listerine, but that same tingly feeling.
Yes,
you get,
yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to make my breath fresh.
Well, I mean, depends on what they like.
Depends on who I'm going on a date with.
You'd probably fill a breathalyzer with Listerine, too.
Fuck. Why do you think I keep bacon-flavored sunflower seeds in my truck?
Okay.
I like bacon-flavored sunflower seeds.
I like the salt and peppers.
Those aren't bad.
The big salt and peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who doesn't like bacon? Oh, wait, I know who. Fucking commies.
Fucking commies and vegans. Oh, that's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to double check there.
Yeah. But,
we just alienated half of our audience. I doubt it.
Yeah, I highly doubt it because looking at our latest analyticals on Spotify, 100% of our audience, male.
Really?
Yes.
I know we have some female listeners out there.
Right, but are they listening?
Well, you never know.
Maybe said female listeners have switched over to the YouTube channel so they can look at our pretty faces.
It could be.
I'm wondering what kind of glasses they're using to look at us, but
I don't know.
I mean, I can only do.
Maybe they're not wearing their glasses. And going, ooh, look at them guys.
There it is. There it is. Because I can only do so much with the edits.
Right.
Take a little bit off of your the shininess off your head, taking the gray out of my beard. Make it to where we don't blend in with our background.
We do have black shirts.
For now.
Yes.
So, James.
Yes.
What would you rate the Peligroso Silver Tequila?
As a silver tequila?
Yes.
I'm going to give it an 8.
You're going to give it an 8 as a silver tequila.
Especially over ice.
Okay.
Would love to try it in a margarita sometime. I think it would be very good. In your standard margarita mix, not the strawberry or whatever, just a standard margarita.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've ever had the other one that starts with a P just over ice, but I know it makes a great margarita.
Right. Well,
cheap vodka makes a pretty good margarita.
You mean cheap tequila?
Or tequila, yeah.
Because I don't think vodka would make a good tequila or a good margarita at all.
Probably not. See, I've had too many sips of this, and I can't tell the difference now.
Well, that's one thing that we haven't done yet.
It's a vodka.
A vodka, a brandy, a cognac, gin.
Cavatier.
Oh.
Well, it's cold gin time again.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I've ever had gin in my life.
Nope.
I can honestly say that.
Nope, I don't. And that's the thing is not to get completely off the subject because I know I still have to rate it. But I don't know anybody that drinks gin by itself. It's always like in a
Like
martini
a gin
or
yeah, gin and juice.
yeah, yeah.
Sneak,
You know,
And where would you start?
I mean, man, there are just if we're going gin and juice, we got to go Tanqueray.
Tanqueray. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what that stuff that Jim Rome, the sports stock guy, used to drink.
Mm-hmm. Now, we do have the stuff to make a martini shaken, not stirred. Now, but I would have to get different cups because it would have to be out of glass, not metal.
There's a gin Collins, and a whiskey Collins, which I don't know the difference. My mom and dad back in the day when they used to go out, they had what they called Tom Collinses, but I think it was with a whiskey. I don't think they done gin.
Now, there is a recipe that I've tried or I've had a bartender try to make, and it didn't come out right. It's called a gumball martini. Now, it's made by it was invented by Sid Haig.
Haig, the clown from
Captain Spaulding, from House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell.
Right.
And that is, it's gin, Red Bull, root beer, and it's mixed together. But it's like you've got to let the the Red Bull has to be out of a can, and the root beer has to be out of a glass bottle.
Okay, like an A&W or something like that.
Yeah. Dads or whatever you can get out of a glass bottle.
Right.
And when I had it,
no ice cream.
No, and it's supposed to taste like a white gumball. But when I had it, the bartender had Red Bull on.
So you have had gin before.
Kind of.
Yeah.
The Red Bull was on out of the fountain, and so was the root beer. And it's like, and I don't know what kind of gin it was.
Right.
But if we're going to do a gin.
It was probably house gin.
And if we're going to do a gin, I mean, who doesn't like Ryan Reynolds? Maybe that's a series we do. Celebrity alcohols.
So we could get the Rocks Tequila. And
the Terramana. I've
had that before.
Aviation.
I've had that before, and honestly, I got to say this is as good.
Okay,
that's the thought.
Without further ado,
we've done a little bit of celebrity because we had the Metallica whiskey.
Yeah, the blackened.
Blackened,
Yep.
Of course, Jesse James. He
is a celebrity.
Yep.
But and that's the thing is a lot of celebrities that I've noticed, they have tequilas. Kevin Hart has a tequila. The Rock has a tequila.
They have tequilas or vodkas.
Tequilas.
But I mean, there's a lot of them that have vodkas.
But the
vodka, what's his name? Josh Barnett.
I know the name.
He was an MMA fighter. He also wrestled. He done wrestling commentary with JR on New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's been on Rogan's podcast, and he has a whiskey.
Yeah.
And he's talking about doing bourbon is way different.
Yeah.
Way harder. He said that's why all these celebrities have fucking vodkas and shit, because that's such easy.
Yeah.
He said because your best vodka and your worst vodka, there's about that much difference.
Right. And a bourbon takes time.
Takes time to get all the notes and everything you want to get.
And like Slipknot, they have a whiskey, and it's called Number 9.
Number 9.
Yes. You know, and I mean that's something that we could
explore.
Explore later on down the road.
Yeah.
But for the Peligroso Silver, I'm gonna have to go an 8 as well, only because we have had a better silver. Okay, I don't know what happened to the bottle, but it was like right here. The old carbine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were. There it is.
That was a shock.
Yeah, it was.
We were scared before we tried that one.
Oh, you bet your ass we were.
Because we're going, oh, this is going to suck. Right. It was like, oh, damn, that's pretty fucking good.
You know, and then I did the research on it, and it was like, you know, for the price point, I'm not saying that expensive is better.
Right.
But, you know, $150 for a fucking bottle of tequila, oh, it better be fucking amazing.
But is that 750 milliliters in that, or is that more like a half gallon?
Shit. I'm going to have to say it's like 750, but it's also called a gold.
So it's not a silver.
But the color doesn't change though. 100% agave. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't matter.
We'll have to look at it in a better light. See how much there was in there, because I'm thinking a fifth bottle would not fill that up. That's all I'm saying. Because that bottom, because the butt of it looks like that's about a fifth.
Well, but it's only about an inch and a half thick.
True.
But you know what? A 16 out of 20, that's pretty fucking good.
Yep.
Especially for a tequila made by a bunch of fucking surfers.
Yeah.
And, you know, to have their tequila brand in a movie like John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people remember a lot of different things about John Wick. The Mustang.
Killing guys with pencils.
That was in the second one.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You said John Wick.
Yeah. The Suit.
Killing his dog.
Oh my God. That hit fucking hardcore.
Right.
But you know, it's
But I'll definitely finish this.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. Fuck, I don't even have any ice left. And just like that, mine is gone.
And they call me the Lush.
You know, I only get to drink whenever I come down to the studio. Now, let me rephrase that. I only drink whenever I decide to drink whenever I come down to the studio. I don't like drinking alone. I'm not George Thorogood, so, you know.
You could have old granddad and Johnny with you.
I could. But, you know.
Your old friend Buddy Weiser.
Oh, my God. But, you know, it's 16 out of 20. Pretty fucking good. In Missouri, you're going to be hard-pressed to find Peligroso tequila. Regardless of whether it's the silver, the Respirado, or the cinnamon. Mm-hmm. But if you can find it, here at J&M Solve the World, we do recommend that you fucking snatch it up. Yep. The cinnamon, I think, ran me like $30 a bottle. The silver was $40, and MSRP on the Respirado is about $45 to $50. But again, it's one of those sipping tequilas. Mm-hmm. As you can tell, we have never done the salt and the lime or the salt and the lemon with any of the tequilas that we did.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, when we had Caitlin on the show,
right,
the first female guest to appear on camera, mm-hmm. and her first time drinking tequila,
right,
she had it on the side ready for it,
mm-hmm.
but she didn't take it.
Right.
Because the tequila that we had was so fucking smooth.
Yep.
But on that note, a 16 out of 20, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World
Alcohol Review.
I have been James.
And I have been Matt. And until next time, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.